This was something that I actually wanted to hear for a very long time that I've actually never heard any celebrities ever break down and talk about is addressing why do celebrities get married? Why do they settle down with a woman? 21 Savage asked T.I., do you think you could be happy without a woman, like without being in a committed relationship with a woman? And he answered that. The answers he gave helped me understand the clarity as to why these NFL players, these professional athletes, be wifing people up. Why do y'all got groupies and y'all be wifing one woman and y'all risk all y'all money for one woman, and then she divorces y'all in 2 to 3 years or 4 years?
You feel like a man can be happy without one?
Without what?
Without
a wife?
Somebody just to go through life with.
He can be happy until he fall on fucked up times. He could be happy, yeah. He gonna have a bunch of good days, cause you ain't gotta make no sacrifices. You ain't gotta make no compromises with nobody. It's all about what you want. It's all about what you know what I mean? It's all about you. So you gonna be as happy as you can make yourself. You dig? However, you get to, you know, a point of old age, something happen when you in the hospital and, you know what I mean? Your mama, you too old to be depending on your mama, expecting her. You need somebody else there, you know what I mean? And really, it ain't nobody else. If it's just you, bro, just can you imagine if something happened to you, or if you was let's not talk about a gunshot shit like that. Let's talk about let's say cancer. Nigga can't cancer. You got to spend all that time in the motherfucking hospital. You got to go through all this shit. Make sure you take all that medicine and all that shit, and you got to do that shit
like that's
single
alone.
Selfish
though?
What?
That a nigga would just want somebody because they don't want to be alone.
No, it ain't just that. It's other shit too. But you asking me about being happy. If a motherfucker could be happy, you gonna be happy until shit like that happen.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
I believe in that shit.
I ain't got listen, man. I love my family. I love my children. I love my wife. I love my life. You dig what I'm saying? Now, true enough, it's time where the shit get aggravating, shit get frustrating, shit make me want to feel like, man, fuck this shit. But at the end of the day, I say, man, to be honest with you, where you gonna find somebody they there because they fuck with you and not just there because you T.I.? Where you gonna go find that shit at? Or is you really, really gonna meet somebody today and be able to be all in with them, knowing that really they're for the long haul? You gonna second guess every motherfucking step in that relationship.
I always be thinking about this all the time. I be like, niggas be having all the groupies, all the women that love them. I mean, baddies, beautiful women loving them and everything like that. And then they like settle down with one woman and marry one woman. I never understood that. Everybody cut different though. I feel like the way I am, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying I'm a player or nothing like that. I'm saying like who I am, like the type, not who I am, but the type of person I am is just like, I don't understand if you have so many women and you're not in a relationship, you have so many women that like you and beautiful women, why would you settle down with one woman? I mean, look, it's like, how, you know what I mean? But he's putting it in perspective. It's just like, yeah, you can have all that. You're gonna be happy. You're gonna have all the women that want you, and they're gonna be so beautiful and everything like that. But at the core of our values about how life is, when it really gets down to the real human side of things, and not the hedonistic side of things, who gonna be there for you for real because they love you? Your mother, yeah. You know, your parents, yeah. But they only can do but so much because they getting older. So he making a good point about the woman that he's with.
You gonna always wonder if you doing the right thing, the wrong thing. Every part of that is gonna be like, should I? Is it real? Like that one thing I ain't never got to worry about. Everybody done had their outs.
Yeah.
She done had her opportunity to get the fuck out and had my opportunity to get the fuck out. The only reason we stand is because we want to be here.
Exactly.
Ain't no other reason.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? She ain't here for the money because she got her own. I ain't here, you know what I'm saying, for the money because I got my own. We here because we want to be here. And that's something I don't know if I could find with anybody else.
When do motherfuckers go half and half? Like when you meet a girl, right?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all move in. Why is a man always expected to do the most? To cover most. But then
I'm gonna tell you what.
But then like women have had that argument where it's like, I believe it should be equal. I don't want my words to get twisted, but why it ain't always treated equal?
Well.
All around the board.
Well, I would tell you this. the dumbest thing anybody ever did in life in the history of humanity is pay the cost and not be the boss. Period. I don't give a damn man, woman, or child. You dig what I'm saying?
Right.
Whoever is paying 100% of the bills have 100% of the say, unless you're married. If you married, well then the money that you paid with is half hers anyway, so it don't matter. But in a relationship, just a girlfriend boyfriend situation, if you don't pay all the bills, and that go for if a woman is paying 100% of the bills, or if a man is paying 100% of the bills. It ain't just it ain't exclusive to just men.
Exactly.
If it's a man living in a house with a woman and the woman paying all the bills, if she bring another nigga home one day, that nigga need to just go to the basement. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, because you ain't paying your, and then like, to me, I just feel like men are supposed to be in positions of kind of like leadership. I just feel that. Not saying women can't lead. That ain't what I'm saying. I'm just telling you what my expectations of myself is as a man, and that is gonna set the standard of what I expect to see from other men.
Right.
All right.
You know, sometimes I feel like no matter how many times we had this conversation about this, the same questions are going to be asked year to year. Now, this is an old interview, I believe, because T.I. got like he has like dreads now. So I think this is an older interview, but it's still relevant to this day because people still ask the same question over and over again. 50-50, who should pay this, who should pay that, who's the boss, who's this and that. And I think the reason why the question is being asked over and over again is because people don't want to accept the reality is that there's men have certain roles and women have certain roles. And if we just accept that, we won't have this conversation anymore. There's no need to because there'll be order established. You see what I'm saying? Like the man is the boss of the household. The man is the boss. If you're in a relationship, the man is the boss. Period. You know, because it gets confusing. The woman be like, I can work too. I can make money too. All right, cool, make money. Then when you get in a relationship, it's like the man's like, all right, let's do 50-50. If you broke, then just say that. It's confusing. On one end, you want to work and make money just like the man. But on the other end, when he demands that you pay 50, you call him broke. When he got so much money, he got so much money. He got so much money, he's not broke at all. He the one with all the money. But he's asking the 50 because you said you want to be equal. You see how confusing that is? Ain't nobody got time for all that. There should be roles that's established in every relationship. Y'all should come to agreement with the roles that y'all set forth, whether it be 50-50, whether the man pays everything, whether the woman pays everything. That sounds crazy, the woman pays everything. Whatever, 50-50 is probably the easiest one. And then y'all go from there. But every relationship should establish their own and forget what everybody else thinking. And then function from that. But I think the best advice is to ask older people who have been married for a very long time, who seem happy, who have had longevity, 50, 60 years, maybe even 40 years, and ask them, like, how did you have such a successful relationship? That's what I think. Especially if you find, like, an alpha type of, like, granddad, and it's like, how did y'all make this work? No beta man trying to give advice. I'm talking about an alpha man and a very feminine woman, and they have longevity, and they seem happy. How did y'all do it? How did y'all have such longevity in such a successful relationship?
What is the average time that professional athletes get divorced after they marry them? People don't be making educated decisions. Just based on that data alone, why would you marry? But like I said, I think the human element is, no matter how much celebrity you are, how much status you have, there's a human element.